Sevan. Sevan is located in the region of Gerarkunik, on the Sevan Peninsula, 75 kilometers north of Yerevan. There was a pagan temple in the pre-Christian era at the site of Sevanavank. It was probably dedicated to Tsovinar, who was the goddess of natural elements and water in the Armenian mythology. During the archaeological excavations, traces of civilization of the New Stone and Copper Ages were found, which are evidences that the area was inhabited in the ancient times. The monastic complex was founded in 305 by King Tertat III and Grigor Lusavoric, Gregory the Illuminator. However, the ancient constructions of the monastic complex haven't been preserved. The monastery was constructed in its nowadays form by the daughter of Ashot I Bagratuni, Mariam. She was also the wife of the Prince of Syunik region, Vasak Gabur. That's why Sevanavank is also known by the name Maria Mashen, which means constructed by Mariam. Princess Mariam had made a covenant to build 30 churches in Armenia, and Sevanavank is one of them. Here, in 874 AD, she built the churches of Saint Arakelots, Holy Apostles, and Saint Harutyon, Holy Resurrection, which have a trifarite composition. In the western part of the church, a courtyard was built, which is no longer standing. During the construction of the courtyard, pillars and decorated chapiters were used, which are now preserved in the History Museum of Armenia and in the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia. There were 4 churches in Sevanavank, 2 of which are no longer standing. The latter were the churches Saint Astvatazin and Saint Karapet, founded by King Tertat III and Grigor Lusavoric. In the 14th to 15th centuries, a high school functioned at Sevanavank. Nowadays, the Vazgenyan Theological Seminary functions here. In the 10th century, during the Armenian-Arabic War, the Armenian king Ashot the Iron sheltered here. The only sea battle mentioned in the Armenian history is related to Sevanavank. The Arabs besieged the island from the shore, but they didn't manage to capture it. They threatened to starve to death those sheltered on the island, but the Armenian king found a way out. He ordered hundreds of his faithful soldiers to get dressed as clergymen, then he also dressed up the friary, another 100 men, and in the morning they sailed to the shore as if to surrender to the Arabs. The delighted Arabs gathered on the shore. At that time, by the order of the king, the Armenians took off their black frocks and shoot arrows at the enemy, which was irregularly grouped on the shore. The sun seemed to be on the Armenian side, as it had risen from the mountains of Areguni in the backside and obstructed the Arabs from attacking the small troops of the Armenians. Finally, the king stepped on the shore with his men and bet the panicking Arabic troops. Amenapurkich, Savior Crossstone of Sevan. At the southern wall of Astvatazin Church of the Sevan monastic complex, there is a crossstone which belongs to the few rare crossstones that are known for their diverse content and artistic mastery. From the record on the cornice, we learn that it was created by Tertat in 1653 for the mediation of Hairapet and Rebecca. As the honorary art critic Garegin Hovanesyan states, the crossstone was initially located on the shore of Sevan, in the present-day village of Norashen, and at the end of the 19th century was moved to the peninsula, which back then was an island. Thus, in the center of the monument, there is the crucifixion. Jesus is crucified on an ornate cross. His heels are connected, and the toes point at opposite directions. Jesus' wavy and long hair comes down to his shoulders and lower. From both sides of the crucifix, 2 figures have kneeled down in a begging position, with their heads looking up. They are Joseph and Nicodemus, the people who brought Christ down from the cross. Under the crucifixion is the destruction of hell. Again, Jesus with a sharp-edged beard, the gates of the hell under his feet. With his right hand he's holding Adam, who in his turn is holding Eve's hand. With his left hand, Jesus is holding the cross-headed wand. Its spear-edged end is punched into the mouth of the spinning dragon. Another dragon is engraved on the right side. The tree of life with grape rowans is pictured above Adam's head. Below the cornice, on the left side, is Jesus again. The cloths Jesus is wearing seem to have Eastern motifs. He has raised his right hand in blessing, and his left hand is on his breast. Below this illustration is Miriam, or Mary, holding baby Jesus in her hands. Then there are 2 donkeys and an ox to show the scene of birth of Jesus. Below the animals, there are 3 crowned figures standing side by side, their hands put together with their palms inside, like when praying. On the opposite side, from top to bottom, the Judgment Day is depicted. Jesus' head is above all. In the right and the left sides are the sun and the moon, and below are 4 angels. Underneath this illustration, the scales of sin and justice is pictured, and at the very bottom is the class of sinners